Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream of Tabletop Review brought to you by me, Tabletop Junkie. Yes, I know I'm doing them back to back today, but trying to get as much done. I started a new job and it takes up a lot of my time. So I try to catch up to show that the channel is still live. I just can't do streaming as much as I used to. I don't even know if I can even do them like even once a week sometimes. It's just going to vary from week to week. So the new review we're doing today is. Excuse me for a minute. I'm trying to figure out why my phone is all randomly blowing up. Sorry about that. Had to go and turn off my phone. I don't know as to. It's funny. Funny about things about people before we get into this review is, when you don't want people to get a hold of you, is when they get a hold of you. And then when you're trying to get a hold of people and they never return any of your freaking phone calls, they think you have nothing else to do besides answering their phone calls because you called them. That irritates me because that's not always the case either. I have other things to do in my life. If you don't want to answer my phone call, that's fine. I will answer yours when I can at least get to it. That doesn't mean send me 5 text messages of why you're not answering. I don't know why. And a lot of people say, hey, that sounds like a controlling girlfriend. Well, no, it's not a girlfriend that's doing it. It's other people. People are weird. Anyway, all right, we spent about 2 minutes complaining. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, so we're doing the Talislanta Codex Magicus, the Orb Revealed. So this is a supplement for Talislanta Fantasy Role-Playing Game, 4th edition, where we jump into the Omniverse. A lot of things in the Omniverse. They have like 10 different realms. They have the Green World, Primus, the Dream Realms, the Astral Plane, the Underworld, the Silverlands, the Golden Towers, the Radiant Sphere, the Demon Realms, and the Void. That is kind of scary. And let me show you the picture of what this looks like. Of all those things I named off. So one is the main. I'm assuming the main plane, the Greenlands, which is another term for the material realm. And then you have Primus, which is number 2, and that looks like that's above us, or all the way around the material plane. Then you got 3, 4 all the way to the void, except the void doesn't go any further up. Stops at 8. So then you have 3, which is the dream realms. 4, which is still surrounding us, which is the astral plane. 5 is the bottom half of the underworld. 6 is the Silverlands, which I'm assuming is heaven. 7 is the Golden Towers, which is a higher form of heaven. 8 is the Radiant Sphere, which is the highest form of heaven you could probably get to. Then you got the Demon Realms, which is 9. And then 10, the Void, which is non-existence. So this basically gets into the history of Talislanta. This was published in 2006. So this is almost 20-something years old. Yeah, this is almost 20 years old. This book is not quite there yet. So it does get into the history of the Talislantan ages. It's very well rich with history. It starts getting into the ages. Then it talks about the magicians of the Forgotten Age, the wonder workers of the Phaedron Age. Then you get into a set of new magic rules, which from the looks of it is pretty much the same thing, sort of. You have your spell, the description of the spell, the difficulty, the experience of learning from books and other things. And then the value. I believe that is just spell books. I think I read the wrong thing, but good information on items too. It looks like. But in this one, you do get modes. I think we've introduced modes, which was not introduced in the first 2 or the first 3 first 3 editions. Modes was something that was actually mentioned in the book for 4th edition. So it does expand on the spells for 4th edition. For a read for both players and GM, this book is definitely a good read and a must pick up. This does expand on the world of Talislanta just a bit more, and it goes even further and expands on the first 3 editions. As well as probably does change a few things, but nothing too extravagant. And then you get into spells and how they work, such as the astromancy. Astromancy talks about the physical components, advantages, and disadvantages of it, plus the modes. Modes such as, what you can use. Like, it's not available. Like astromancy cannot be used for conjure or transform type spells, but it can be used for instants or enchantments. So it does give you a lot of good things to read into. I think it makes spellcasting just a little bit easier, but I mean they did have a pretty good simplistic system for spellcasting. In my book, they did. So we expand on the history and of different ages of Talislanta in different parts of the world, as well as new magic rules and a guide to the Omniverse, which is what we were beginning to talk about. No, excuse me. It's taking too much a little bit too fast, and I'm yawning a little bit. Still a little bit tired. Had a late night. Early morning. So we do talk about the Omniverse a little bit. We're not going to go too much into the Omniverse. There's really not a lot of art to show off. So if you are interested, I do recommend checking it out. It does look like it goes a bit into detail. Like we do talk about the Green World. The Omniverse pages are between 133 and like 160. 160, yes. Let me see here. Oh, it talks about the void. 163, it looks like it goes even further and beyond. It stops at 165. So you got a good 32 pages roughly. 32, 33. So it does talk about the Green World, the Aethic Sea, the Primus realm, the Dream Realm, Silverlands, Golden Towers, and it goes into each one. It even goes in between a couple things. The Aethic Sea is between Primus and the Green World, and then you have Oblivion, which is between the Demon Realms and the Void, which makes me think of Elder Scrolls Oblivion. All right. So this book does actually go great into detail through Talislanta, the Omniverse, and gives you a new set of rules for spells. This book, for both players and GM, is a must pick up and a must read. It is a very light read, a very good read, and very entertaining. So I do give it a plus all the way around, as always. So far I have not found any Talislanta book that, I mean, aside from a few due to art or due to lack of information or just due to expanding on previous information and not very big, or just being an adventure. So this one is more than that. There is no adventure in there, no spoilers. So definitely a pickup for everybody all the way around. It is called Talislanta, the Codex Magicus, and you can find it under 4th edition under the Talislanta website. I do have the link posted in my description as well, and you can go there and find it under 4th edition. Definitely a must pick. Well, I'm not going to keep anyone's any more time from anyone. This is a very quick review because there wasn't really it wasn't very complex, very simplistic, so I definitely do recommend the read. Very recommend. I love simplicity. So definitely go pick it up for yourself. And for the cost of nothing, where can you go wrong? So that's everything at this time. I'm not going to keep rambling on. This is Tabletop Junkie telling you guys to work hard, play hard, game on, everybody. Have a great and wonderful day.